Thank you for joining our webinar today about Cloud File Sharing 101. My name is Kevin Vogel. I'm the Vice President of Virtualization and Cloud Computing for Champion Solutions Group. Today we're going to cover how to set up and how to manage and secure your files in the public cloud and how it can be of benefit to your business, your end users, and your customers. So I just want to cover what Mastermind does real quick before we get into the main topic today. Mastermind, as you probably know, is really a three-tiered organization. We have our Mastermind Cloud, which is what we're going to be talking about today. Part of our offerings, we have a virtual desktop in a cloud or desktop as a service. We're going to be talking about our cloud file share today. We also have online backup, disaster recovery, servers on demand, and software as a service. Things like Office 365 from Microsoft, which gives you Exchange in the cloud, SharePoint in the cloud, Lync in the cloud, and the ability to run Office products in the cloud. We also have our Mastermind Managed IT. Now what that does, it can fully manage your IT environment for you from soup to nuts. We can also do things like network monitoring and management. We can be your help desk. In other words, your complete desktop management help desk that will help you offset those jobs and really focus on delivering the solutions to your end users to help you drive more business to your company. We can also do the server management for you, both physical servers and virtual servers. Database management, and of course, like I said, a 7x24 help desk. We also have our Mastermind IT projects. So when you're looking to deploy, for instance, virtualization or develop an IT strategy, and you're looking for someone to help you that has 30 plus years of experience, this is what Mastermind brings to the table. We also do a tremendous amount of data management, office and data center moves. We can even do permanent or temporary staffing for you. Also, IT procurement services. You need to buy servers, storage, software. Mastermind's there for you. We also offer a full line of Microsoft services. Everything from AD migrations and upgrades all the way through System Center, now with 2012 coming out. We also do hosting and co-location for not only business continuance, but disaster recovery, and then of course, full data backup. With that, let's today talk about what we can do for you when it comes to file sharing. So as you can see by this, this really breaks down into three different types of offerings. We're going to talk about the cloud file sharing, and this will give you the ability to, instead of having a local file share, be able to put it up in the cloud or on premise, or come up with a hybrid solution that will actually give your remote users access through the cloud, your local users access through a local file share. And we call that server sync. And it gives you that ability to be able to give the best performance to wherever your users are sitting. And then of course, we can just give you raw cloud storage. If all you're doing is looking for a place to store archives or backup files or things like that, where it's just raw cloud storage, we offer that also. So let's talk about what we do here. So right now today, we could do a file server replacement. If you're looking for a way to not have to back up and manage all of your file servers on premise, we can do that for you. And it gives you the ability to now give the same information to multiple locations without having to deal with all the security and all of the bandwidth requirements that you need to be able to do it on premise. So this is a big part of what we do when it comes to file share. But the more important thing is it gives you the ability to collaborate with other employees, but more importantly, with your customers or your clients, or even if you have a partnership with a manufacturer. You can now segment your environment and give them access to the information that they need to help you do business without you having to allow them into your inner sanctum with all of your proprietary information. This is a big thing for our customers, and they look to do this. These are just some of the companies that are already taking advantage of this. As you can see, Cisco, Home Depot, Best Buy, some pretty good named companies out there are already up in the cloud, already sharing information with users all over the world, with clients all over the world. And this is how they're doing it without having to design and maintain that type of infrastructure on site. So let's talk about our solution and go through it. So traditionally, here's what you would have to do to be able to share information amongst users internally as well as externally. You'd obviously have to have some type of server in your environment that also has storage. You'd also have to have a backup for redundancy of all of those things. And you'd also have to manage all the permissions and all the shares that go with having that internal network file share. And of course, this will allow all of your people to access this, whether they're on a PC, a laptop, a Macintosh, whatever it might be. Now, let's complicate it a little bit. Let's want to allow people from the outside world the ability to get to the data that's behind your firewall. So that usually means a VPN, which now you have to go out and purchase a VPN, set up a VPN for your environment. This allows your outside people to connect through that VPN into your file server and give you secure access through your firewall. What we do is we basically get rid of your challenges. Where you have management overhead, where you have to figure out when people can't get in or when they can't find the files that they're looking for. You got to be able to take care of remote access issues, sharing with business partners or clients, security issues. Obviously, backup and disaster recovery is a big deal. When we're talking about being able to do it with heterogeneous access platforms like Macintosh, cell phones, tablets now like iPads, and then of course your large files that you're looking to share and the bandwidth that they actually eat up in your local environment. So with our solution, we have a few options. So option one gives you the ability to have a public file share for your internal and external people. So basically, it gives you the ability to have storage, collaboration, and backup all as an infrastructure on demand. So as you need more space, as you need more processing power, we can supply it to you as needed. You don't have to go out and buy additional hardware or storage. You can just use what you're doing. So you can see the advantages are that we can eliminate servers and tape backup right off of your floor. We can eliminate point solutions like FTP. So you don't have to maintain an FTP server in your environment. You can put all those files up in the cloud. You can eliminate maintenance overhead. So when Microsoft sends out their patches or whoever you're using for your file server sends out their patches, you can take care of them. It's ideal for places that have users all over the country, if not all over the world. It also gives you secure access to desktops and web applications. We also have built-in disaster recovery, so it's something that you don't have to worry about. It enables you to have large files and access to large files without having to put restrictions on your local network because bandwidth is not an issue. And then it gives you complete audit capability so that you can be compliant with whatever agency or compliance situation you happen to be in. So as you could see with this option in a pure public cloud environment, it does meet a lot of your needs. But there are challenges with that approach. Having a local copy of data. So, for those people that are sitting in your corporate office and need a large file, obviously your local bandwidth, your local area network is going to have a lot better connectivity than going across to the cloud. You can have latency issues. Obviously, it's milliseconds of latency even to the cloud, but that can be 10 times, 20 times what it is on your local area network. Offline access. So those people that need, if you're not connected to the internet, but you still need to be able to get to the files. And then, of course, running local applications. So with this, you could see that there are some challenges that have to be met with this. So what we've developed is a local cloud or a private cloud that sits in your local environment. And these challenges are basically handled because we basically manage and help you maintain the local cloud infrastructure so that you can take care of that local data, that legacy, all those latency issues, and the things that we just talked about. So you really do get the best of both worlds. You get that mobile and remote access. You get sharing between offices and partners. You get ease of deployment and you get backup, but you also get to take advantage of having local access. You also get the offline access for those people that aren't connected. You also can have a reverse backup. What I mean by that is if there's information in the cloud, we actually sync it between the two locations. So you actually have the data in both locations at all times. And if you have multiple offices that you want to do this in, let's say you have one in the UK and one here in the States, and you want to synchronize their data with the cloud, you can even do those type of solutions with this. So you get everything. So, and it really doesn't depend, it really doesn't matter which size company you have, we have a solution for you. So if you're a small, 5, 10 user organization, we would recommend you go with the personal local cloud direct attached storage model, and it works great for a lot of people. Like I said, if you have a local office and you want to use the local cloud, we offer that also at, depending upon the size of your business. As you grow and you get to the enterprise, we can help you look at the most cost-effective solutions that are flexible and easy to implement and gives you the ability to have offices from anywhere from 50 to 1,000 users and work in that same environment that they're used to working in. So you can see there's something for everyone, and that's really the key to this. So before Mastermind, if you had a large corporation and you had branch offices, they all had to come back to headquarters to be able to get their primary data and everything that was sitting back in your local data center. If you had mobile users using tablets or phones, they had little to no access to that data. And if you had business partners or non-employees, maybe customers, maybe vendors that you deal with, they would have limited to no access to the data that they needed to help you drive your business. Now, after Mastermind, you can see that because everything is interconnected, it gives you the ability to sync into the cloud, which reduces the bandwidth that you need into headquarters, but gives your end users, your mobile users, and your partners or vendors access to the data that they need to help you drive your business. So as you can see, with little to no configuration on your part. So this is huge for a lot of companies. It's maintained. Like I said, it has built-in disaster recovery, built-in backup, and we can replicate to local on-site storage when necessary. So, like I said, before and after Mastermind, you had a management overhead that you had to deal with. You had remote access issues that you had to deal with. Sharing with other business partners was difficult, if not impossible. You had security issues. You either didn't do a backup or your backups that you had to actually maintain. Same thing with disaster recovery. You had no support for mobile devices, and you had to add that complexity and that cost for VPNs. After remote access, no use of a VPN. You can do easy file share between offices. You can send large files, not having to interfere with your bandwidth to your headquarters. Secure online storage, backup, DR, things like that. Fast local access of data via the land. So for those people that still, we dealt with a architecture firm that uses very large files for their drawings, and for them it was a necessity that the people that were sitting locally had that fast access, could bring up these large files. But for their partners, for instance, their subcontractors and other people, they needed them to have access to the file, not just through their pipeline that they had to the headquarters, but this solved a huge issue for people to get these off hours or when they had different types of connections. So it's all there, it's all built in. So let's talk about some of the companies that has already done this, and it's working fantastic for them. So as you can see, this company has multiple locations. They have a location in London, and then they have one over in Manchester, they have one over in Bath, all in the United Kingdom. They have 150 employees with a 1.3 billion dollar assets, 3 large offices, 12 smaller offices, and what they needed was land access from the 3 big offices and map drives for all the local and cloud access. And this worked perfectly for them. It saved them the integration costs, the hardware costs, and gave them the secure access that they needed for the other offices. As you can see here, Learfield Sports, they have 60 offices, 500 employees. They're a sports marketing firm. And, they have a ton of people that need access with mobile devices, tablets, and mobile phones. So as you could see, they wanted to give land access to the 10 offices, and they wanted the other 60 offices to have access through the cloud. They wanted to give mobile access, and they wanted to leverage their existing storage vendor. This gave it all to them in a simple, easy fashion with very little implementation costs up front. And then UNR, which is another customer, but they have 25,000 employees. They have headquarters in New York, but they also have remote offices throughout the globe. So they're all over the place. And they wanted to give, obviously, for their people in New York City, they wanted to give them the fast access, what they were used to on a local area network. They want to be able to map drives both to the local and to the cloud, which is absolutely doable. They had file sharing with not only their customers, but also the creative assets that they have on staff, and they had to give mobile phone access as well. So you can see those 3 customers take advantage of what Mastermind has to offer. So in summary, obviously you could see that IDC, Gartner, Merrill Lynch, AMI, all of them are telling you that cloud is one of the top 10 strategic technology offerings for 2012. And I can tell you that storage is the #1 cloud offering that most companies are starting to take advantage of. So it's why we're in the business. It's why we're helping so many customers. So like I said before, with the Mastermind Cloud, we give you mobile access to remote users. We give you file sharing between offices. We give you ease of deployment, little to no training at all, and full backup. We also give you the ability to run locally in a local cloud so that you get fast local access, offline access, reverse backup, and multi-office synchronization. And we fit every size business. So with that, what you can do with us today is we have a proven award-winning technology, as you can see, key features that address all the enterprise's concerns, clean and easy solutions for our end users, and today you can sign up at masterminditservices.com for a 15-day trial where you can start immediately to accessing data in the cloud and giving all of your end users the ability to start collaborating and doing file sharing in the cloud. You can reach us at 1-800-741-2622, and get one of our IT specialists to help you design a cloud file share solution. With that, I want to thank you for your time today, and please remember Mastermind for all your cloud needs.